Hello and welcome to Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. Guys, it's been about 10, 11 days since I last uh, brought you guys into my home garden. I believe I was planting my striped bush beans, but just wanted to come on and just show you the progress in 10 or 11 days time. As you can see over here, I planted my black-eyed peas. And as you can see, they have germinated really well. And one good thing about planting closely is that with peas or beans, they really help to block out the weeds because they don't provide them with any shade. This is my sage and look like it's trying to go to seed. Here's my Texas star hibiscus. It's coming back from last year. Over here I have tomatoes in these planters. Not tomatoes, strawberries, and also a few onions in these planters. Here are some tomatoes that I'm going to be planting. Over here I have my onions and garlic. There's some sage in here as well. And a sedum autumn joy as a pollinator. Over here, guys, you see I have potatoes in buckets, strawberries, more potatoes. Over here, I have my Brussels sprouts, and there are 6 plants of Brussels sprouts. Over here, I have my sugar snap peas, Texas star hibiscus, here and there, and 2 more of the Brussels sprouts. Here I have some cabbage. Here I've planted some bell peppers, and there's a marigold there in the center. In this pot I have 4 jalapeno peppers and a marigold in the center. And all these marigolds, they were clearance plants at Lowe's. And here in the back is another 4 bell peppers and marigold there in the center. As you can see, my comfrey is coming up really nicely. Look at this one, guys. Really grown back. And this is the plant that I took all the others from. And they are really coming up nicely. There's a lot of weeds, but I think you can see them in between the weeds. Over here I have my lemon balm. I have also planted some squash in these containers. This one is empty. I'm going to plant something else there, but there's a squash there. This is my peppermint, and these bushes are all blueberries. This is more lemon balm, squash, and I have spearmint coming back in that pot there. You see my blueberries. Over here is my herb bed that I have not gotten to just yet. Here I have some kale, more kale, red giant mustard greens, and more red giant mustard greens with regular mustard greens mixed in between. Over here is my potato bed with some thyme, sedum autumn joy, and garlic in the cinder blocks. Here's some more sage, and it looks like this sage is also trying to go to seed. Okay, guys, since the last time we were here, I planted striped bush beans. And as you can see, They are all coming up slowly but surely. Let's see here. Coming up really nicely. And I've planted petunias and other flowers in the holes of the cinder blocks. I have another squash plant there. In this bed, I have my broccoli and some collards. And I've added some flowers to the cinder blocks here. These are marigolds and day lilies. This is the other side of potatoes here. Look how beautiful they've grown. More strawberries and onions here. And here are my strawberry towers. Here and here. Potatoes are doing really nicely. There's another one here. In this bed, this is where I planted my purple hull peas. I also have my red giant mustard greens in the cinder blocks, as you can see. The purple hull peas have come up really well, and I have more more kale on this side. I just wanted to see if they could do well in these cinder blocks because I had so many kale plants that I grew. And also in here, I have 2 more squash plants. There's one there and one there. Also, since the last time I gave you a tour, I've planted some tomatoes. There are 2 tomatoes here, and these are the mortgage lifters. This is a pot of potatoes. These are the raspberries. More tomatoes here. This is the beefsteak tomato. I plan to sow some seeds for basil in these pots as well to mix with the tomatoes. In the back here, guys, I have zucchini in between my raspberries. In this pot, I have 2 tomatoes, marigolds, and more of the mortgage lifters. In this bed, because this pot is a little larger, I have 3 tomatoes, and they are the Romas. In this pot also, I have 3 tomatoes, and they are Romas. And what is this one? This one is the one that I didn't know what it was. But in this one, it's another mortgage lifter. Same here, guys. I have 2 tomatoes and a marigold, and this is a beefsteak. And as I've stated, a lot of my marigolds, well, all of my marigolds were clearance plants. So this one looked like suffered a little frost damage, but they'll pull back. Over here, I have more strawberries. And they are looking quite healthy. And guys, more sugar snap peas. So I have 4 containers so far of sugar snap peas. But that is pretty much it, guys. This is the progress of my garden since I planted black-eyed peas, purple hull peas, striped bush beans. I've also planted squash, zucchini, tomatoes, and I've added more plants to the garden, either to repel pests or to attract beneficial insects to the garden. Thank you so much. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. God bless. Bye-bye.